That is so sick, using a Nintendo Switch for animation. Hey everyone, welcome to Elevate Your Power Level, where we analyze the artwork and life lessons from anime. I'm Coach Donnie, and I'm a former animator and art teacher and current volleyball coach and player. In this video, I'll be reacting to a behind-the-scenes look at the Solo Leveling anime production. A special thanks to all the fans that recommended this video in the comments, because we love to learn about all the little details and hard work that goes into producing anime. It'll be especially interesting to learn what has changed from when I studied animation in college all the way in 2007 to what they're doing now with all the new technology and techniques. Plus, I'm really sad that Solo Leveling Season 2 is already over, so this is a way to just enjoy that solo leveling moment a little bit longer.
Hey everyone, welcome to Aniplex After Hours
Sally
Volume
Amaki.
4. I'm back with
Man,
another
she
anime
looks like an
review.
anime
Let
character
me
and
know
acts like an anime character.
No, take a step back. How about now? Do you recognize the
Suginami
logo?
Tokyo.
Yes, I am right in front of A1
Wait, Suginami? I thought Tokyo was a city, so is Suginami a district?
Pictures, an animation studio.
A1
Today I'm
Pictures.
taking a tour of A1 Pictures, the production studio behind Solo Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow.
Oh, so there's a
This
different
anime
production
has been
studio
making the
from
world famous
Season 1 and
show since
Season
it
2.
started streaming this January, and I'm going to show you what goes on behind the scenes during the production process. Let's go.
Is this an intro that I completely missed here? Or maybe this is a recap summary? No, this is the intro.
Originally Korean novel and webtoon, Solo Leveling was adapted into an anime by A1 Pictures. Sang Jingwoo is a lowest rank hunter known as the weakest hunter of
She,
mankind. One day he suddenly gains
Amaki
power
actually
without even
moves like
knowing
an
it.
anime character too. The way with her hands behind her back.
And Sang Jingwoo's journey of growth has captivated fans all around the world. After season 1 premiered in January 2024, the long-awaited season 2 began streaming in January 2025. And
It's
now the final
interesting that she
episode
says
is coming
streaming.
this weekend. Who's responsible for Solo Leveling's gorgeous animation and dynamic action sequences? The creators at A1 Production.
You know what's funny? I could tell she's reading off a teleprompter because her eyes don't make eye contact with the screen. She keeps glancing down, which I'm not criticizing her for, but just filming so much on my own, I watch out for these things. See how she locks in, then she looks down. But it's hard to speak fluently and to be on script without looking at a script.
Are you ready? Aniplex After Hours.
Yeah, this is very, very anime movement. That's cool that she has her own shows, though. Even the soft clap like this. Asagaya. Ooh, walking like a G, like a mafia boss with this jacket around his arms. Atsushi. Solo leveling. Got a little lanyard too, that's interesting. Maybe it's a secret key to a secret level. I appreciate the subtitles. Hi. That's a... You notice his hat has a really long... What do you call that? Tongue? Beak? I gotta get a solo leveling poster. That's a really cool poster. Sugoi! That sounds like anime talk. Ooh. Some figurines. This is so cool. We get to go behind the scenes. Ooh, adapting from the manga or manhwa to anime has got to be so hard. Okay, it's like a coach. Choosing the players. Setting up the main team. Yeah. Once you choose people, you want to trust them.
形はもう金子さんを結構軸に決めて。
今回のオレベのケースで言うとそうですね、まあ大体僕の方で、スタッフの方々はお声掛けさせていただいた。
I do like this background music. Almost sounds like Jeopardy, like a quiz show.
ソロレベリングって
Oh, he looks stressed.
の原作
A new full color manga style from Korea read by scrolling vertically on a smartphone. So maybe he's talking about the style of the manhwa. Oh, webtoon. Okay, so only on
さらさら
digital media.
けどテレビシリーズの尺にこう合わせていくってなると結構実は、漫画のコマとコマの間を埋めるアクションをどう
アクションを
構造として成立させられるかっていうのがすごい難しくて、
between panels.
ただそこは結構、各話で参加されてらっしゃるコンテマンさん、まあ、コンテを書く方が
I mean, the action scenes were so good in solo leveling, so he did a good job.
まあこの作品でいうとアクションディレクターさんとかキーアニメーターさん、そういう方が
Can't wait to meet the action director.
したりして結構原作とは違う形でかなり肉厚な感じにアクションシーンは各話作ってってるというか、もうだいぶ大変なんですけどそれが。
Yeah, I bet.
今日その制作に関わってくださってる。
I just love the fact that he's still wearing his coat like a badass.
え
I mean, he is the
まあ
boss.
いろんなスタッフが参加している中で今回天木さんにはせっかくなんで A1 ピクチャーズの社員、まあうちの社員で頑張って
社員で
コンテ演出の方だったり、
I just love the Japanese language.
あとまあ
It sounds so cool.
やってる子もいるんで、ちょっと今回は
Oh, the CG. Okay. I would want to learn the difference between the hand animators and the CG animators as well.
よろしくお願いいたします。
Oh, you like that? This is the anime excitement pump.
よろしくお願いいたします。
Double fist down. I should add that to my reaction repertoire. Why does it sound so sexy?
A lot of important steps involved in producing an anime. Take a look at this flowchart. Anime production can be broken down into three main phases: pre-production, production.
This is okay. This is very similar to what we did when we produced our own animations, your pre-production, production, and post-production. So it's good to see that that process is the same. And she does a good job providing a graphic and explaining things simply. Planning, script, and setting. So on the top left, I don't know if they still call it storyboards, but it's very rough sketches of major scenes to give a feel of the flow of the story and the direction of the story.
World of the anime, designing the characters, and creating the screenplay. Next, we have production. The hardest
This is the
part
most
of the
difficult part right here.
process. This is what A1 Pictures is in charge of.
Chief animated directors, key animation, animation, digital painting.
The animation is finalized.
When I was in university, it was a double major between animation and illustration, because in case you have to do both, you animate but also be able to digitally paint the backgrounds or still images.
At this stage, the characters' movements and emotions are illustrated in detail. Then, with the addition of background art and color design,
Quality control and special effects. The sound guys were the coolest ones.
is also used in some scenes to model backgrounds and effects, adding depth
I
and
like how she has the loop on the right for the CG moments where they're zooming out. And the soldiers, I remember the flames were definitely CG, but I think they did a good job seamlessly integrating that too.
The viewer are all determined at this stage. And finally, post-production. With the addition of editing and sound
The
effects,
dubbing.
the anime is now complete and ready to be enjoyed by viewers. This is also the phase where voice
Oh,
acting.
that shows a fantastic fight scene with Igris.
As you can see, every anime is created with the combined effort of so many people. This is what goes into producing all the anime you love to watch. Next, let's take a closer look at each
Sound production. I can't wait to. I love it when they try to create the sounds to match the movements. Fifth guy should start wearing my jacket like that when I coach. Whisper time.
彼が、俺だけレベルアップな件18話の、
So that large tablet that just came out, and I remember we only had 1 or 2 students that would have that large digital tablet. Digital tablet. Man, my fob accent almost came out. Digital tablet. I guess this is what happens when I watch other Asian footage here. But that was huge back then because one, you don't have to waste tons and tons of paper, but being able to size it and not scan it was a big deal 15 years ago, but that seems to be industry standards right now. Ooh, storyboard. Yeah, he has to be the big picture guy. Takayuki Kikuchi. This is probably the most important person right now. Like just to vision cast the entire story, emphasize major scenes.
まあ、元々シナリオを上げてもらって、それをまあ元に絵コンテっていう設計図になるんですけども、
Yeah, the blueprint's so important.
アニメーターさんであるとか CG ディレクターさんとかに、まあ、こういう絵作りをしたいんですけどもみたいな感じで、共有していく。
I like that, collaborating with the actual animators that would work under him. You don't want it to be like a top-down experience where you draw this. It should be, what do you think we can come up with? Let's take a look at some of the storyboards. Even though it's very rough, he does a good job just capturing the mood with very bold colors. One technique I remember learning from my animation instructor, actually also my illustration instructor as well, to really capture the essence of an image or emotion, you have to squint your eyes so all you see is very faded blotchiness. And if you can capture the feel of that scene with your eyes squinted, then it's a successful scene. So this reminds me of that.
流れはもう本当シナリオが書いてあるので、そのセリフ感とかを見ながら、まあ、こういう絵作りした方がこのセリフにはより合った絵作りになるんじゃないかとか、これはなんかすごいカルガルガンが実際に
カルガルガン。
恐怖感を与えるっていうカットだったんですけども、こういう風な絵作りをした方がより視聴者にも伝わりやすい。
And the composition, we have the cutouts there.
起こしやすいんじゃないかっていう風に思ったので、こういう風な絵作りになっているっていう。
ちなみにこうやって1話作るのに何十時間
I want to know that too.
それはかなりの時間はちょっと今回の場合は要してるっていう。
Especially if it's an opening episode, the first couple ones to capture the attention of the audience. Several months per episode. That's mind-blowing, but that sounds on par. Even with the digital technology, even though technology improves and you could do more with less, it actually doesn't cut down the time. It just means you could do more with less. And now you guys know why they can't just pump out episode after episode for Haikyuu. Yeah, at what point do they do the voice recording? A little bit more hopeless.
まあアフレコ会場で言う時もあるんですけど、特にこれが自分としてはこの18話で一番印象的だったカットで、すごい声優さんの方の声が演技の方がですね、お上手。
Oh, that was I remember this person correctly. I think this might have been the worker, like the crystal miner who was not very nice to Jinwoo or anybody else that tried to bully Jinwoo in the dungeon. I'm also curious to how they adapt the mouthing shapes. Are they just doing general mouthing shapes like repeating those sequences and just overlaying sound, or are they trying to create different shapes for the words?
めちゃめちゃオーバーリアクションのキャラクターになってまして、このままでは絵の方が負けるなっていう印象が強かったカットだったので、であればもう絵の方をちょっと調整してしまった方がいいなっていう形で。あいつ俺に向かっておっかない顔してきやがって、ほら殺されるんじゃない。
So it doesn't look like they're mouthing the words, they're just opening and closing at random. We gotta read that again. So I asked the animators to exaggerate his reaction. Okay. That's a cool editing. I didn't know they did that to retroactively try to increase the animation intensity to match the voice acting after the dubbing has already been done. Buckle down to watch even more anime. I like that. He's like, stop bothering my staff. Now we got to move on to the next person. Let's get over this because we have work to do.
多分本当に語りきれない
Man, that guy's tired. Rubbing his eye.
その当時この絵を作ったみたいな
He's like, let's just get this interview over with.
多分アイデアを含めて
I got anime to make.
日々励んでくださってると思うので、まあちょっとぜひそれはまた後ほどのクロストークでも少しまた掘れるんであれば、
聞きたいです。
There's a group discussion. The key animator. Those are, I'm assuming he animates the keyframes, like the major poses, and then you have people that do the tweens, the in-between keyframe poses. Atsushi Yonezawa. The Japanese names just sound so cool too. Yeah, he's playing in between. That is so sick. Using a Nintendo Switch for animation. Yeah, right. I bet you he's got like a secret screen on the left where he's playing video games as he's working. He just doesn't want to tell anybody.
That man is playing Galaga. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
He got caught. All right, wait, what does this controller do? So you can zoom in. I can zoom in like this. Okay, so he's got saved zoom X. Okay, and then switching between. That's pretty cool. Okay, switching between tools and zooming, which are so common. Those are the two. Zooming in and out, and then just having basic tools like eraser, paint, drawing. Oh, damn. Alright, this animation software looks very similar to, at that time we used Flash and whatever Adobe, I already forgot the name, but looks very similar because the length of the white images is probably how long that image stays on screen. And then on the right, you have all the layers that you can layer on top. So that looks like it's exactly the same here. Sounds like she's whispering even more as he's talking. It's probably like 50. Wait, how many? 1 plus 6, so 1.6 seconds. Okay, those are probably just the keyframes. He's not even talking about the tweens. Wow, 350 animators. That's insane. Yeah, what's the standard for the TV versions? Wow, 20 to 30 key animators. Yeah, the hair, you guys heard me talk about the hair animation a lot. Very flowy. That was sick here. Those are great keyframes there. Ooh, and that image with the lighting. I wish they would show, a lot of times animators, they film what happens to them. So maybe a blow dryer blasting the hair and then taking images of it so you can see what the hair looks like. Timing of actions, dialogue, camera work, and special effects. Damn, that's intense. Dude, look at this. He's even got like a Jinwoo hand sleeve there. Like he looks like an anime character. Trying to correlate what's happening with the timing sheet and the keyframes. True. That would be exciting to learn. I like this producer. He's funny. Probably just start off with a lot of grunt work. What I mean by grunt work is animating very, very basic sequences. So if you're in charge of a car, for example, or a tree animating, those are generally some of the lower skilled ones. It still takes a lot of skill to do those well, but very like mundane, repetitive animations. And then you probably progress to doing some figures and the characters where you're animating tweens, and then maybe you progress to a key animator after that. That'd be my guess.
ここから入ってその育成してくださるとか。
それはさすがに彼、いやそうです、僕うまいんでとは言う子じゃな
I
い。
don't think any Japanese person is gonna say I'm an amazing. They're such a humble culture.
本当にまあ18話だけじゃないんですけど、本当にずっと劇場版みたいな作画だと私は思っていて、
Yeah.
本当にすごいです。
I feel like almost all of season 2 had movie quality animation.
皆さんも各自 SNS でハッシュタグソロレベリングでありがとうございますとつぶやいてくださいね。
That's good. Promoting them.
言ってくださる青木さんがありがたいっていうありがたい。
みんなありがとう。ありがとうございます。
Can't get over the producer's hat. That's just a really long hat there. Kaito Hashimoto. It'd be cool to learn what... Oh, we got Igris on screen. So maybe he specializes in the summons. Notice he does not have a Switch, so he was not playing video games. Cut 144. Damn, it's so crazy how you just have one person dedicated to an entire scene for 1 month. Oh, this was cool when they do all the disappearing slashes. That's got to be so hard. That was one of the coolest scenes. Damn, especially with the blood. I wonder if the blood was hand animated or CG.
見ながら思ってたんですよ。本当に細かいですよね。
もはやこの距離からだとよくわからんみたいな。
そうなんですよ。
すごい地図みたいです。
自分でもなんかもう今何か
Hey, that's so true. What he's mentioning, when you have to zoom in into so much detail. If you take individual frames, and I think a baseball pitcher is probably the best example. If you show a baseball pitcher throwing a fastball midway, the arm looks so weird, and your brain is telling you there's no way a human looks like that as you're pitching. But it's actually those really weird moments that make it look very real, because that's what actually happens. So I know exactly what he's talking about.
しかもこれ1枚だけじゃなくてさらにセルが重なるんですけど、こうやってなんか上に
Layers of cells. Key animation drawn on clear sheets called cells, once made from celluloid. In the industry, switched to digital. Okay, that's something I don't know.
実際こう一回ちょっと再生してみますと、
Maybe we used a different term when I was... Damn. Wow, everyone was split up.
でさらにいいセル
Dude, it's not just the blood spatter. Okay, well, now we know it's hand drawn, but look at how all the warriors in the background are being cut up. These are individual high quality comic drawings. So the fact that he spends an entire week or a month really refining this, I'm not surprised. One detail that we always talked about when I was in animation is learning how to draw beyond the edge. I think it helps communicate the feel in terms of committing beyond the borders that you're supposed to draw, but also gives the cameraman, or I mean, not really the cameraman, but whoever is going to be editing how much to zoom in, or the actual directing camera view, gives them a little bit more room to work with in case they want to go beyond the borders or slightly in.
もう何が
That is amazing, man. That looks so
こ
cool.
っちにも飛んでくるので、
I would buy a poster just of that cutscene with the animated version.
他にも少し描いた絵を見せてもらえればと思うんですけど、
139
Cut 139.
アイアンの見せ場なんですけど、アイアンがこう武器を持ってて、この武器を振り回すっていうちょっとカットで、これをちょっと
I love the color, just the bold colors of the storyboards too. That spinning animation with the axe, that was pretty sick.
実際の映像とは違うんですけど、
貴重な映像です。
修正前の振り回す
So good. I mean, I'm not surprised. These are super high level pros, but just to see I love watching the original hand animation.
見るので、なん べて細かいじゃないですか。その細かさもずっと反映されながらも迫力を保つのってめちゃくちゃ大変なんじゃないかなって思うので。
What's interesting is when she's speaking Japanese, she sounds more normal. When she's speaking English, she acts more anime-like. He's like, yes, correct.
でもやっぱコンテからやっぱもう自分はやっぱコンテ通りにこうちょっと頑張らせていただいたって感じ。
Oh yeah, he definitely captured those
やっぱ菊池さん
main moments of the storyboard.
まあすごいかっこいいんで、それをまあもっと
It's the storyboard's so important. It's the feel of the scene.
っていうのを考え
It
なが
gives a
ら
lot of guidance to the animators.
このコンテだと結構アップメイト
I like how he said he starts with the storyboard and tries to make it cooler.
自分はもうちょっとこうグンって一回引いて
Oh, so he's given room to enhance it.
しっかり見せた方がかっこいい
Okay, zooming out when Iron is swinging the axe. I like that.
っていうこだわりを
That's an animator taking ownership of what he's given.
見せてやろうみたいな。
はい、最初見せてこう寄ってきたらあとは迫力でこう逆にこっからは斧を全部映そうじゃなくて一回キャラが外れてみたりっていうのを考えながら
Yeah, very dynamic. We'll call it camera viewing and cropping.
こう画面の真ん中で収まってるイメージだったので、ちょっと勢いでこの画面の端までこういっちゃうみたいな。
あ、もう勢いが
To the edge of the
手が止
screen.
めないみたいな感じの。
Ooh, I loved how she's feeling the
画面
animation.
いっぱい使うとかそういうこだわりはあります。
すごい。
Sugoi.
普通の思考じゃ
That must mean very cool because I hear that in anime a lot.
改めて原画の、橋本君と米沢君の作業を見ていかがだったでしょうか。
You can only talk with one hand at a time.
なと思ってなんかもう当たり前ですけどただ描くだけじゃアニメにはならないなっていうのをもう改めて痛感したので本当に
Yeah, that's a great observation.
アニメを見たいと思います。それでは次のステップへ行ってみましょう。何それアフターアワーズ
After hours Join our channel memberships and be part of an exclusive interactive community where you'll receive early access to all my reaction videos 5 days before they get released to the public, behind the scenes content, members only polls, monthly watch parties, and uncensored reaction videos with 100% opacity and original audio for an extra level of enjoyment. You'll also receive exclusive loyalty badges and emojis just for members. So click that join button below to enjoy your members only perks today.
じゃあ、次は引き続き、弊社の、社員の撮影部と、3D さんがいる、
Yeah, this is where I didn't get to learn a lot of. Oh, that's where he has that. Okay, I thought he pulled it off from his lanyard.
そうですね。
The CG. I wonder why the CG department is so protected with a secret door. I thought it would look super high tech here. It just looks like another office with more computer screens.
そうしましたら、先ほどのうちの社員
Oh, okay. Now I remember the 3D animation software we use called Maya. I don't know if people still use Maya.
CG ディレクターを担当している
Toshitaka
はい、
Morioka.
CG の森岡としたと申します。
よろしくお願いします。
じゃあまあ早速、
はい。
先ほどの菊池君の話数の18話にな
I like how the music in the background is starting to sound more of the battles, like the battle scenes in Solo Leveling.
話をしていくんだというところからですよね。
結構テレビアニメで CG 使われる箇所って結構作品ごとそれぞれなんですけど、例えばオレベだと、こういう、
Mm.
太陽区の部分でだったり、
So it's multiplying all the orcs. They did a good job not making that look too 3D because that blended in with the hand animation really well.
パッと見見えない。
全然見えない。
I'm glad that was not. I'm glad.
太陽区
Sorry, what am I trying to say here? I thought that scene was hand animated, so the fact that they were able to trick the eye, and even she was tricked too.
いわゆるフィギュアみたいな
Oh yeah.
作っていて、空間上に筋肉とかをこう作っていくんですけど、
So that's the benefit of doing 3D or CG animation is once you create a 3D model, then you can apply the physics and then the camera view. So you create one and then you can animate the movement, and then you can also pan the screen, you can change the color, you can change the lighting dynamically. You can even animate the physics of it. So if there's something flowing into it and then you need the body to like compress a little bit, hopefully if your animation software is good enough, it can actually predict what that body should do as something is hitting the object. So you also get some object interaction there. I'm curious if he's going to talk any about that. Okay, so he's adapting it from in hand drawing. Yeah, that's generally how we did it too. Kind of reminds me of World of Warcraft. And the cool thing is you can change the color, the size. A lot of things can be automated versus having to draw brand new characters each time. You just copy that model, make a couple adjustments, keep multiplying. Yeah, but he does a good job making them all look very different. Yeah, the tattoos are different. That's pretty cool. There you go. Yeah, just easily changing it. I like Blue Lock, the 3D animation was not well integrated. It was a little too obvious. Yeah, this is the background, 3D animator. 26 seconds.
この空間で戦闘するという内容を、さっきのラブゲンの状態で、CG になるという前提で、ちょっとこの絵を描いてくださっている。
So they're already anticipating knowing that the background was going to be done in 3D. So those lines in the background are to help the 3D artist that's doing the background understand the perspective. Those lines there are to help understand the depth of the scene and how the background and behind it should be rotating. That's cool. It's like visual notes for the 3D background artist. That's cool. I mean, it is a true teamwork. It's cool to see how much they emphasize. Yeah, there you go. I that one I knew the background was 3D animated, but it still looked really good. It didn't look too much different than the hand animation. That's amazing, man. Oh, so we have the other orcs in the background. Dude, this is crazy amazing. I mean, that would only make sense to add it after, because you want the focus to be the characters, and then how do you build a background to complement the characters? They did a good job making the soldiers there not look too fake either. Case by case. I'm curious what scenes they choose to just do 3D first and then hand animation after. 2D first or 3D first. Those are cool terms.
3D を使うために必要なこの空間だったり、さっきの廃屋を事前にやっぱ作ってるんで、何ヶ月も前から。
モデルを作るのに時間がかかるので、動き出したタイミングでもこれとこれは 3D 絶対に使うのでお願いしますっていう相談が来て、早めに作り始めている。
結構 3D やっぱ多めの作品ですもんね、今回。
そうですね。
Even though they used a lot, like I was saying earlier, it didn't feel visually obstructive like it did in Blue Lock. Or even in Kuroko. Maybe because it's more of a recent. Actually, no, Blue Lock was very recent too.
はい、じゃあまあすごい駆け足だったですけど、CG の方ご紹介させていただきましたが、ご覧になってみていかがだったんですか？
いや、本当もっと私 CG ってもう一体のものをパパパパパッとできるものなのかなと思ったんですけど、一人一人にもちゃんと違うキャラクター性とかがあるっていうのが本当に新鮮で魅力的ですごいなと思いました。
永遠に多分そのモデルを触れるんじゃないかなと思うので、
Oh yeah, I bet. I mean, you could dive into so much more detail in the 3D modeling and kind of get lost in it. That's what's hard, making the CG look hand-drawn.
楽しみです。ということで、貴重なお話たくさんありがとうございました。ここでクリエイターさんの皆さんを集めて制作の秘話をもっと深掘っていきたいと思います。After hours. Alright, so I'm sure there's so many more things you guys want to know about solo level.
Her English is super fluent.
Members all into one room to talk about it. よろしくお願いします。
I gotta get me one of those posters. Let me know in the comments where I can get one of those posters. I think it's cool how they're using the solo leveling background triumphant music.
今回の場合はもう CG のディレクターの森岡さんにも出てもらって、でアクション作家やってもらって鳥居さんにも出てもらって、もうその場の打ち合わせで、こうしていきましょう、ああしていきましょうみたいな形で、ちょっとコンテからも変えちゃっても大丈夫ですよみたいな形で、コミュニケーション取りながら作ったっていうバスでしたね。
I think those little characters, little plush dolls in the middle are Sunwoo or Jinwoo. A good team should disagree.
こうの方がいいんじゃないか、あの方がいいんじゃないかみたいなのは若干ありはしますけど、結局はでもみんながいいと思うものを作っていきましょうみたいな形だったので、こっちは CG だったらこれはできる、これはできないみたいなとかもありましたし、
みんなここは作打ち時に顔を合わせてるんで、顔見知り、あ、この人が作ってるんだなみたいな。あいつのカット上がってきたみたいな。
That's cool. You want to appreciate the face behind the work. Preparing for a high school festival, that's cool. That's funny. In that case,
菅野さんっていうスーパーアニメーターがいるんですけど、その人が、カットでいうと220っていうカットがあるんですけど、イグリッドとアイアンがと敵の四天王が戦ってるっていうカットがあったんですけど、
I could watch these fight scenes again all day. We have that head cut off.
あれもともとコンテ段階だともう少しカット数が割られてたんですけど、もう打ち合わせの段階で森岡さんとか
Hey, anytime you want to drag out and elongate a fight scene, I'm all down for.
みたいな形で提案をして、菅野さんの方も大丈夫ですよと言ってくれたので、なんていうんですかね、とんでもねえカットが出来上がってしまったっていう形ではあるんですけど。
Yeah. Definitely one of the most memorable fight scenes. 26 seconds of amazing action.
まあでもやっぱすげえもんが上がってきたなっていうこう作ってる側ですけど上がってきたものを見て感動したっていうのはカットもあって
That's good that even though they're spending so long making 26 seconds, they still can appreciate the final result and enjoy it.
さらに上がってきたものを見て感動してみたいな感じでなんかどんどんいろんな人の力が重なって、まあ、結果すごいものができたなっていう印象だったっていう形だった。
でもせっかくみんな今同じ部屋に集まってるので、なんか逆に聞きたいこととかってあるんですか、金子さん的に。
まあ、やっぱ菊池君、橋本君、米沢君に聞いてみたいのは、なんかそのいいコンテと悪いコンテって違いなんだろうみたいな。もしかしたら違う言い方すると、面白そうって思えるコンテと面白くなさそうって思えるコンテの違い。
We haven't heard the guy on the third section talk yet.
まずうまくて、なんかもう一アニメーターとしては、まあ、それをちょっと膨らますだけでこういいんで、すごいやりやすいっちゃやりやすい。そういう意味ではいいコンテ。ちょっと上からみたいになっちゃうんですけど、なんかいやすごいなんか言わせてるみたいにすごいめちゃめちゃ作業はすごいしやすいくていいコンテだとは思うというか。でもなんかコンテでこのカット俺やりたい、このカットはちょっとなみたいなのってあるもんなんじゃないかな。
あるでしょうね。
That's a tough question.
まあやっぱりまあいいコンテ悪いコンテに戻るんですけど、その菊池さんのは見てそのもう絵を見て画角が良かったり、あとこのシーンで何見せたいのかっていうのがはっきりしてて、それをいかにどういう角度で映したらかっこよくなるのかとかを探求。
Yeah, you have to it's not just the movement and the poses, it's the angle with which you're looking at them.
でもそれをとにかく崩さないようにって思えるのがもう書いてて楽しいですかね。
ちなみにもう18話からもどんどんレベルアップってちょっとなんかあれですけど、
なんで一回立ち上がってますか。いやでもレベルアップ
どんどん迫
でいいんじゃないですか。
力が強くなっていって、もう今週ですか、もう最終話が放送されると思うんですけど、これ見てくださってる皆さんにだけなんかちょっと
Oh, so this is before the episodes came out. That's a great way to build anticipation.
今日ここに特別ではないんですけど、まあこの作品の監督である中重君が最後
Oh, a little preview.
最終話の本手がございますみたいな。
Oh, as a gift?
もうっていうかなんだったら差し上げますみたいな。
いいんです
もう
か。
僕にはいらもう僕には必要ないものなんでみたいな。
Oh, that's such a cool.
嬉しい、ありがとうございます。
That is such a cool memorabilia that she gets to keep for a fantastic interview.
もともとアニメーターをされてた方なんで、まあやっぱすごい絵はお上手な方なんですけど、
これすごい。
Sugoi.
これなんて言えばいいんですか。内側の表紙みたいなすごい絵があるんですけど。
それは
監督が特別に
監督がもう多分最終話やぞ。
Oh yeah, I definitely felt the all outness.
皆さんのための絵、世に出す絵ではなく。
世には出さないです。ああでもそういう意味で言うと本当に。
That's cool. That's someone that really cares about the craft.
まあ菊池君が問題なければいいんじゃないですか。
菊池さんお願いします。
Let's see what it looks like.
さあ絵のプレゼントの絵でございます。
Oh damn.
いいですね。
I wish I knew what the Japanese said. Damn, that's sick.
手書きではなくてデジタルのデータなので。
This makes me want to draw again.
いや欲しいです。チームとしてなんか頑張ってくださいみたいな応援を。
For him to want, that's a good coach right there. So he's challenging his team to level up.
かっこよくもあり、そのポーズ怖さもありますよね。なんか中重俊介君という監督が何かをこう奪い取ろうとしてるのかみたいな。何を掴もうとしてるんだお前みたいな。
Trying to get the throat of the animators to tell him to stay on schedule.
ちょっと感じ方違うと思うんですけど。
ありがとうございます。そしてまだ世に出てない最終話の。
She's so excited, she doesn't even know what to do with herself.
見どころ ベルっていう本当強大な敵との
ベル
戦いを経て、まあ、ちょっとやっぱエピローグ的な要素が強い話数にはなっているんですけれども、まあ、改めてベルとの戦いを経てからの、まあ、シュンだったり、まあ、雫だったり、まあ、他のハンターたち
I gotta rewatch that scene.
どういうことを思っているのかとか考えているのかとか、まあ、それを踏まえた上で最後シュン君がまあラストカットになってるんですけど、そのラストカットでいうこのセリフをちょっとやっぱ楽しみにしといて、
I gotta rewatch that scene. I don't remember what Jinwoo says at the end.
今日はちょっと言おうかなと思ったんですけど、ちょっと言えない。そうもうあと数日なんだったらもう数十
That's good restraint from the producer. I could tell he gets so excited that he wants to divulge more, but has to hold back the excitement for the sake of not spoiling.
だからもうそうですよ。まあ要するに、まあ僕らこんな感じでいるじゃないですか。この僕らの背中にブワーってかけて
That's true. Oh, that's a funny analogy. A bunch of summons working in the studio.
やっぱ作ってるのはもう改めてアニメそのものじゃなくて、そのやっぱアニメの向こう側にいるまあクリエイターというかスタッフのことをなんかいろいろ想像しながら改めてご覧になってもらえたら俺はすごいありがたいですね。まあ一旦俺だけレベルアップな件のテレビシリーズはこの後放送される25話で一旦終わりますみたいな。でそれが一旦なのか一旦じゃないのか。まあ本当に今後どういう展開を迎えるのか。
I hope they get hired to do season 3.
まあもしかしたらなんかこう俺を見てくださっている皆様の5000円だったりでまた何かあるのかないのか何かあればいいなと僕は個人的に思ってるそんな風になってる作品なのでぜひちょっと最終話以降も応援していただければなと思っておりますので改めて最終話よろしくお願いいたします。
That's a very great ending message of gratitude and
So that wraps up our episode of Aniplex After Hours, episode 4. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to watch the
yeah, she
final
seamlessly
episode
switches from
of Solo
Japanese to
Leveling and
English.
continue supporting it so we get many more seasons in the future. Thank you so much. 皆さん本当にありがとうございました。
Damn, and then right back to Japanese.
バイバイ。
Man, that was such a cool episode. It's been a while since I've taken a peek inside an animation studio, but it definitely reminded me of my college days, except those rooms were way more crowded and lots more actual paper. Yeah, I love the passion that the producer has. You can see how much pride he takes in his work, and this is just definitely more than just a job for these people. But to know that hundreds of people are involved in producing an episode, I mean, think about how many salaries that is, and that's why they can't just make episodes. I know I've complained about it myself in the past about why can't they just make more episodes, but we understand and appreciate why, how much work and how much money it takes. And if they're not going to make a profit off that episode, or if it's cheaper to just do a movie, I can't blame them. I just still have to complain as a fan, but more as a positive desire for more great content from the anime because they're doing a good job. So this would be cool. I feel like I should watch Aniplex for or behind the scenes for other anime that I end up watching. But thanks again to the fans for suggesting this video. This was super fun and looking forward to Solo Leveling Season 3.